Good luck, Ivan.
How's the drive?
Oh, long, man. Forever.
Alright guys, welcome back. We are fishing Bass Angler Magazine's second stop here on Rollins Lake. Man, it is a beautiful lake. Didn't get a chance to pre-fish, so we're just gonna run around and look for some stuff that looks good. We're gonna run back to this pocket to see if there's anything going on. And then we're just gonna beat the bank for the rest of the day. You know, it is that time of year, you know, early spring to spring. Hopefully the fish are moving up already. But we're gonna see if they are and hopefully catch them up shallow. If not, we'll have to go find them deep. But you know, we're gonna run around, see what happens, so stay tuned guys, hopefully we get on them.
A little better.
Alright guys, 15.5.
Gotta get rid of my little 12-incher. Probably is 12 actually. Alright guys, 12 3/4. Finally got him. I guess 13.5. little bucks. Alright guys, 13 and a half. Alright guys, so what I'm doing is I'm just sight fishing, looking for beds. I just see a lot of little bucks around. No female yet, so I keep rolling around. Hopefully when the water is a little warmer, females will pull up, but just a lot of bucks on the beds. But they're not very hard to convince, that's for sure. You just like the first cast and usually you got them. A little underspan. Alright guys, 14.75. Alright guys, I'm the keeper. Pretty decent one. Alright guys, 15.75. Alright guys, 14 inches. That's a good one. That's a really good one. Oh! Jeez. Dang, that felt. Wow, my gosh. It's like 19, 20 incher right there. Alright guys, a little midday update. You know, we got a small limit early, and then we started slowly calling up with bedfish, and we had one really good one, probably like a 19, 20 incher, and she just ended up popping off, and it kind of sucks, but I did go back and check, and she did come back, but she's very spooky, very finicky, so we're gonna let her sit for a bit, and then we're gonna go and look for some more. Hopefully catch a few more to upgrade, and then come back and check on her at the end of the day, see if she's willing to go. But yeah, that's gonna be it for right now. Hopefully we get a few more bites and move up there on the leaderboards. A little better quality size fish. Alright guys, good call. Alright guys, 15 inches. Alright, let's hope she's home, and if she's willing to play, hopefully, and let her rest for a bit, and maybe she'll come back and bite. Oh, there we go. Got her. Man, it took a long time. Jeez. How many different baits I gotta throw at her? Ooh, came right off too. That's a good 19-incher right there. Jeez. Had to fire her up with a swim bait. She chased it, but I didn't want her to grab the swim bait because if you catch them on a glide bait, most likely it's not going to be a legal catch because the hook won't be in the mouth. But if you throw a bait like a underspin or a jig, you got one single hook, so most likely it's going to go in the mouth. But if it's a treble hook bait like the glide bait, most likely when she T-bones it, you're going to hook her on the side. Donkey right there. Alright guys, 20 inches. Alright guys, man. That took a long time, but it was well worth it. You know, just... Man, it really sucked when I lost her the first time. And I knew she was a really good fish because I seen her too. The trick was, the way I got her to bite earlier was I pulled way off. And I started firing it to her and she bit. And then this time I got a different angle. You know, I fired that fish up with the glide bait, and then I threw the underspin and she ate the underspin. Jeez, that was a lot of time invested in that fish. Yes, sir. Jeez. Sometimes you gotta commit to that top water to get that bigger bite. Man, as soon as I skipped that under there, one blew up on it, and then this one just freaking rocketed to it. These are the guys that were hitting my top water earlier, and the one that hit my glide bait. Oh, strong guy. That's a good 18-incher right there. Alright guys, that's a good fish. 19 3/4. Alrighty folks, that is it. 2:30. Alright guys, that's gonna be a wrap for Rollins. Fishing's pretty good for us, and we did bag the win, and we also caught the tournament big fish. You know, it's been a while since I won a big fish award, so pretty stoked about that. All in all, the fishing was really good. Since we didn't get to practice, we waited for everybody to blast off, and we kind of just rode along the pack and kind of see where everybody went. And I just went to the side that had less pressure, so I figured if I went somewhere where there was less pressure, you know, I'd have more fishing waters. So we went over there into the back of the cuts that looked really good, and I found immediately that there's a lot of fish to spin it, but there's a lot of smaller fish. So we spent quite a bit of time trying to catch those fish, and those weren't the right fish. So I wasted a lot of time searching for fish with the light scope. That's the thing about having a light scope. Sometimes it can hurt you in that kind of way, right? You spend too much time looking for the wrong fish. After that, you know, we looked at the banks and we noticed a small little buck on the bank that ended up catching that one, and we proceeded to just look for shallow bed fish. The water temp back in the pocket was much more lower, and then as soon as we started coming out towards the points and stuff, the water temp started to slowly go up, and the sun was beating directly on those points, and that's when I noticed some a little better than average quality size fish on the beds. So we just focused up shallow, and they were quite easy to catch. You didn't have to work them too long to get them to bite. Invested the majority of our day into just looking for bed fish. You know, I noticed that the northern banks had all the bed fish. Just because it had more rock and more hard pan and a harder bottom. The south banks had more soot and fallen laydowns and more sand. You know, and the baits that we used to catch these bedfish was a depth sakamata shad and an underspin. Those are the ones that I used to catch the bedfish. You know, I did throw the KGB TSA 9 to fire up that big one after I lost her, to get her to come back and lock onto the bed. And after that, I threw an underspin and ended up catching her on that. After I caught a good limit, I just went and just threw a top water. You know, this time of year, pre-spawn, spawn to late spawn, the top water is a pretty good option. You're just looking for a big bite. You don't get a lot of bites, but you will have a chance of catching a better quality fish. Really invested the rest of my day throwing that. You know, I found an area where there was a wolf pack of them. You know, I threw all sorts of kind of baits to try to get them to go. You know, threw a glide bait, got a few bites on that. Threw fluke, threw a swim bait. You know, threw a popper, threw pretty much everything at them. And when I switched back to the walking bait, I got that bite. But other than that, guys, fishing went really well. Had a good time out there at Rollins. Weather was really nice. Hey guys, thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys on the next one.